Positive energy all the time. Good to see everyone. Hope you all doing great. Yeah. Rep your city, rep your city, rep your city. Rep your city, rep your city, rep your city. Actually, Eminem earned his way. He battled all across the country. He beat the best battler in Chicago, Juice. And so, yeah, Eminem really could rap. But you probably don't know nothing about that. Yeah, Eminem deserved everything he got in hip hop. Eminem worked hard on the battle circuit. You know anything about that, Anthony? Yeah, Eminem worked hard on the battle circuit. This is a super big time. This was a big time battle. Those of y'all that's really into hip hop history, and this was a big battle. Some people thought Juice won. Some people thought Eminem won. And that's how Eminem's reputation got out there. His CD was circulating around, and it ended up in the hands of Dr. Dre. Yeah, but Eminem really that. Yeah, I guess you do got to change what you said since I proved your first statement to be inaccurate. So yeah, that's how Eminem got in the game with the battle rap. In those days, back in the day, Anthony, probably before your time in hip hop, you really had to have skills to get in the game. Probably before your time. This big Pharaoh. Yeah, well, yeah. Come back tomorrow, bro. I don't want to get your panties all up in a bunch. I just want to have an intelligent conversation. I don't want it to get all emotional. Yeah, I don't want to do all that. I don't feel like all that tonight. Yeah. We got Indianapolis in the house. You say you're a bum, you're a rolling stone. Okay, well, work on that. Vernon, Texas in the building. Okay, tonight you got to have a strong heart. We don't want any emotion. If you're emotional tonight's probably go. You should watch something else. This might be a little too much for you. We got Atlanta, Georgia in the building. Shout out to everybody in the ATL. So yeah, if you're a little emotional and your heart pumps Kool-Aid, this is probably not the live stream for you. I'm just saying. So I'm asking the question, why would 50 Cent do a Verzuz with T.I.? We're going to get into it. I'm going to break down why I would say that. If you are in the music business, This is going to be a great live stream for you to pay close attention to. It's called the music business. The music business. Now, Verzuz T.I. and 50 Cent, that's not even a good Verzuz. Yeah, that's not. That's not a good Verzuz. Yeah, that wouldn't be a good Verzuz. The music doesn't match. So when you go from artist to artist, it won't flow. The perfect example is No Limit and Cash Money. You see how it flowed smooth? Same type of music, right? You see the flow. The example of 50 Cent and T.I., did you see DMX and Snoop? It was horrible. There was, Snoop music was there, and then when you play DMX, the music has to transition between the two artists. It just won't sound right. You won't be able to tell who's the best if the music is too different. Jeezy and Gucci was perfect. It's what they want to see, but what when you say what people want to see, uh, when you're a business, you can't do what people want to see. People, and then you can't say people because I don't want to see it, and I'm people. So you would have to say some people because there's a lot of people that would not want to see 50 Cent versus Ti. A lot of people wouldn't want to see that. That's not a good versus. And so when you get people on there that say they want to see it, they don't really represent. People want to see Ti and Lil Wayne. That's what they want. That's what they want to see. They don't want to see 50 Cent and Ti. That does. Like I said, anybody seen DMX and Snoop? How did it sound? It was horrible, wasn't it? It was horrible. We got any DJs in here? Maybe DJs will probably know what I'm saying. Ti versus Ludacris would be really good. Ti versus Luda, there you go. Ti versus Ludacris, that would be good. That would be good. That would be really good. The flow would be perfect. That would be good. But the flows has to be right. Like if we're on a radio station or we're doing a club or something, we can't just play any record behind any record. It will sound horrible. Good to see you, Kathy. Yeah, it'll sound horrible. 50 Cent do it to his song and then T.I., it'll sound horrible. Absolutely. It'll sound absolutely horrible. For sure. It would sound horrible. That would not sound like well. That was all the tempos and everything. It would just be weird. Could you see many men wish death upon, and then you don't know me? Hell, that don't no. That won't sound right. That would sound horrible. Oh boy. I remember I turned on the Snoop and DMX. I had to turn it off. I couldn't even watch that. Even Snoop couldn't get into it. He was sitting there. He didn't know what to do because the tempos was Snoop and DMX was the worst verses. Great artists, but the music was like what are we, like way over here and way over there. It was horrible transition. Boy, the transition was horrible. You can't pick up on the other song because this song is way over here, and then you play this song, and you're like, oh, you it's not. It's oh, that was horrible. Oh God, I don't. That just because they was both like dogs, I don't know. I don't know who put a DMX and Snoop Dogg. Anybody watch that? It was the worst sound. Oh my God. Oh, I mean, when Snoop came after DMX, it sounded horrible. Then when DMX came back, it was like, what is this? I mean, ain't no DJ would play them back. What DJ would play a Snoop Dogg in the DMX record? Close, no DJ. I guess I don't know. I'm a musician and a DJ, so I know I probably might be going over some people's heads. And nobody would play that unless they had a commercial break. If they had a commercial break, you could do it. If they had a commercial break, a DMX song or a Snoop Dogg, and then a commercial break and then DMX or the other way around, you could do it. But like right behind it, oh God, fire the DJ. What the hell just happened? There has to be a transition. That's why Cash Money and No Limit was fire. You could play either any song behind the other song. That was fire. I ain't gonna lie. I just wish everybody could have been there. Lil Wayne. You know what I mean? I just wish everybody could have been there. Mystical and Lil Wayne especially. I really wish Mystical and Lil Wayne could have been there and see Murder. Yeah. That would have Mystical and Lil Wayne and see Murder there. That probably would have been the best verses ever. For real. For real. Mystical is way underrated. Went to jail too early, too much. Mystical's fire. But 50 Cent and T.I. T.I. need to stop trolling. He knows damn well 50 Cent is not going to do a verses with him. Verses are for rappers who are at the end of their career. 50 Cent is still hotter than French fry grease. 50 Cent is still at the top of his career. T.I.'s been over with. $50 is still doing world tours. T.I. is flopping in comedy somewhere. T.I.'s not doing, you know, anybody that believes that 50 should do it, I want to ask you, if you was 50 Cent's team and manager, you would have 50 Cent that's got major TV shows, that's dropping major movies, and that's still going on big tours. You would put him out there with T.I.? If you put a thumbs up if you control 50, if you had some control over the 50 Cent career, put a thumbs up if you would put 50 Cent out there with T.I. If you think that's a good business move. That ain't no good business move right there, to put him out there with T.I., who's washed up as far as a rapper and whose music is dated. $50 not gonna do that. $50 not doing no verses. Bro, would you come off a world tour and do a verses? Verses is for washed up rappers. 50 performing in Vegas, and man, 50 ain't never doing no verses. That's a step down. That'll damage his brand. Like that'll damage his brand. Like 50 Cent is bigger than life. Building whole cities in Shreveport. Right? $50 is building like it's taking over a whole city, doing big major tours. I took my grandson to this tour right here. It was bigger than life. T.I.'s not doing this. This was when they was in Chicago. T.I. not on that level like that. T.I.'s not on that level. T.I. not on this level right here. Why would 50 go down in the gutter? 50 not gonna ruin his tours. Ain't no way you're gonna come off doing world tours. You see this hat? What does it say? The final lap tour. What do you see? The whole world, right? World tours to get on a little bitty stage with a couple hundred people in the audience. Come on, man. That's going to be televised on Verzuz on Instagram, and you got TV shows on major networks. What businessman, if you was a businessman, what businessman, you'd make that move? If that's your artist, you would bring your artist from way up in the stratosphere down like that? So they said, well, Pharaoh, who would you have 50 Cent go on stage with? Eminem on the world tour, sold out. Uh, Eminem and 50 Cent tour sold out. Uh, Eminem and 50 Cent tour, world tour, could go around the world 3 times and would sell out all 3 times everywhere they went. Not no little bitty stage. No, no. No, it ain't the money. It's not the money. It's your whole reputation and image, G-Rod. That's a down image. Versus is down. Versus is not a versus is degrading. This is versus. This is a real world tour. Versus. Washed up. Career over. This is versus. That's a fact. This is winning. World tour merchandise. How much merchandise are they selling at Versus? How much merchandise did 50 sell on his tour? What you think the merchandising was? Just in Chicago at the United Center, what you think the merchandising was? And what's the merchandising at Versus? Oh, ain't none, probably. What, a little bitty table with a few shirts? The United Center had tables around the whole United Center where the Bulls play. Eggs, that's like 50 going on Love Eggs. Would you try to? I can't believe that. I can't believe. Boy, I can't believe. But we got to get our business game up. That's that. Yeah, I took PJ. Boy was something else. Oh boy. It was something else. Okay, versus and this. Versus compared to this. Is it in any way equal? Versus, oh, it is. United Center, Chicago. Look, versus compared to that. I can't believe, hey man, versus compared to this. Look at the graphics. Look at the light show. Look at the light show. Look. And when the fire went up, me and PJ could feel it on our faces, and you see how far I am away. Versus compared to this. Would you do Verzuz if you had a multi-million-dollar tour like this? You know, I try to help the young people. Look. Verzuz compared to this. Live at the United Center. I took PJ. He was a little boy, and everybody kept saying, "You're so lucky." He was the only kid there.
I like that. Yeah, they turned up in the shot, nigga.
Chi-Town, make some motherfucking noise! I think you're coming back out. Let's get this party started.
I think you might come back out now, yeah?
Let's get this party started. Y'all ready? You ready? Chi-Town, make some noise! You hear that?
Oh, I hear that, yeah. I hear
We're about to turn up in
Daisy,
Chicago.
where you at, Daisy?
Turn the volume up.
Let's go, Daisy.
Get Daisy in.
I told you I'd be outside. I was there. I'm filming with my phone. Look. They talk about Verzuz. I'm like, man, what? Man, y'all need to get outside, man. Go outside, man. Man, go outside, man. Get a life, man. Get a life, man. Look. Verzuz. Look at the light show. Verzuz. Come on, man. I said, what is wrong with these people? What kind of stuff they be talking about? Why they be talking crazy? Why they be talking crazy? Look, Verzuz. Who gonna do a Verzuz when you're doing world tours like this? Huh? Come on, man. You know how many girl songs 50 got? I couldn't believe it. Like 15 girl songs that people be forgetting. That 50's one of the best writers in hip hop. Wrote for everybody. People don't understand. Dude is extremely talented, okay? Dude is extremely talented. Okay, I showed this one. Dude is extremely talented. T.I. is not on this level. Nowhere close. T.I. is not there. T.I. is not on that level. When you talk about the business side, he's not there. Look. Look. Watch. Wow. Look at that. Watch what happened. T.I. not on that level. Come on, man. You got a lot of people don't know nothing about the music business or nothing. They just be talking. I ain't even waste my time. You know what I'm saying? I'm just showing this for my subscribers, so my subscribers can know better. Look at the lighting. Look at the light show. Just how many girl songs he got. I had forgot that he had this many songs for the ladies. Like back to back to back to back to back to back, Magic Stick and all that for the ladies. Back to back. I said, dang. Dude is really a problem. Hold on. I can't let you hear the music because I don't want to get no strike, but I could definitely show you for a fact that T.I. ain't on this level. They had the top laser. You should have seen them, the equipment they had in the middle of the arena that was making all this happen. And the band is up there on the second floor. It's a drummer, it's a guitar player, it's a keyboard player. You see them? And they're playing with the music track. Yes, the music track and live performance, like if you know about, and perfect. It was really incredible. See the guitar player, see the lights, see the effects. Verzuz. Look at this light show. PJ was my grandson. He was just at all. It was a mixture of the circus, the ice capades, and rap show. He was like, Grandpa, how they do all of that? He said, Grandpa, how they do that? I said, grandson, it costs a lot of money. I showed him this equipment in the middle back and the lasers and the guy controlling the lasers. The light show was like on next level. He had one light show with the trains, the subway trains. It was crazy looking. It was crazy looking. It was the next level. This is to help my audience strictly. This is strictly for educational purposes. So my audience, look at the light show. Look at the band. The band's playing along with the track, which you don't know how much you got to practice for that that's genuine. That's the song you got with Genuine. I mean, not Genuine. What's the name? Dude from Chicago. Y'all know what I'm talking about. That's dude from Chicago. That's on Power. Birthday Sex. That's Birthday Sex, dude. His name gonna come to me in a minute. This is just so my audience could see. So when you hear the comparisons, you know they just making stuff up. It's not even nowhere in the same league. T.I. trolling. T.I. know damn well that ain't nobody doing these type of tours in Vegas and stuff finna come do no doggone verses. That don't even make no sense. Verses. And damage my level in the game, and I'm way up in the game, and you want me to stoop down to kind of pull you up a little bit? Jeremiah. Look at the light show. You know, you want me to stoop down to pull you up? I'm not stooping down to pull you up. I wish I could find the one with the L trains. Let me see. Let me see if I can find the one with the trains. Let's go through them all. So I just said to myself, what the heck? What the heck are people talking about? Like, what are they talking about? Oh, this is when they did, I forgot, I think this was, what's this? I think this is in the club. Yeah, this is in the club. Wow. Come on, man, stop playing. Come on, man. I don't think they'll give me no strike. Man. You got not messing with this, man. Stop. Hey, I was in there going crazy. Hey, come on, man. Look. It was crazy. Then, oh yeah, then this one PJ went crazy. PJ went crazy because all that stuff started falling on him and all that stuff started shooting over the whole stadium. And PJ went crazy. He couldn't believe it. He never seen nothing like that before. Look, they filled the whole stadium with confetti. It was crazy. T.I. And at the show, he had Jeremiah, Crucial Conflict, and Do or Die in Chicago. People went crazy. Oh, Crucial Conflict came out, hey, in the middle of the bar. Man, listen, man. And 50, they came out with Chicago Bulls on, right? Every city they go in, They rep the city. This is how they came out. That's how they came out. I'll go back and take the sound out or clean it up so YouTube won't be tripping. But I'm doing this for educational purposes. So in my audience, you know, so you could bring your so my audience could, like, you know what I'm saying? To show you the light show. Okay, I did this one already. Oh yeah, I just did that one. That's 61, I think. That's 59. Oh, there's somebody won they plaque. I think that was Jeremiah. Yeah, that's Jeremiah doing birthday sex in Chicago. See, 50 smart. How you think people in Chicago reacted when Jeremiah came out in his home city? They went crazy. Man, they went crazy. Okay, I showed you that one. That's 57, right? I'm trying to show you some of the light shows. I don't want to play their music. I just want y'all to see the light shows so you can get an idea of the level of professionalism, that the professionalism is on a whole nother level. Look at the light show. It's on a whole nother level. That's 56. Let's see. $54. Look at the light show. Look at the light show. Look at the light show. Look at the dancers. Look at the setup. Look at the professionalism. It was incredible. I ain't gonna tell you no lie. And I've been to a lot of concerts. But that level of professionalism right there was on a whole nother level. Okay, that's 54. I just showed that one. I just want to set the record straight. I didn't want y'all to say, oh, he just saying that. No, they're not in the same bracket. They're not in the same bracket. Look at the light show. That's 53. I showed that one already. Look, it's not even the same bracket. You know, it's not even the same bracket. Look. Look at the performers. Look how many times he changed clothes. That's 52. You know what I'm saying? Look, he's still doing girl songs. Look, the dances is next level too. Like real professional dancers, and a lot of them. That's 51. I'm gonna go through all of my arm was tired from trying to film it. There's 25. I think I did 50 already. Oh yeah, that's genuine. I mean Jeremiah. That's Jeremiah. That's 25. I think I'm almost there. I got some more somewhere. I don't got it on my computer though. That's Busta Rhymes. He was out there all disrespectful, man, cussing out the crowd. He was embarrassing, man. Man, Busta Rhymes was out there embarrassing. Seriously. Look at the light show. That's 92. Hold on, watch. I got some more. I thought I had some more. That's 92. That's 39. That was me at the show. That's which one was that? I couldn't even see what number that was. That's 40. 41. See, look at the light show. It was like next level. And so for them to be trying to compare is ridiculous. I really wanted to find the one with the city, with the subway and all that, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to find it. But I can tell you that the show was off the chain. Look at the light show. It's just a whole nother level. You know what I'm saying? This ain't no versus stuff. Look at the light show. Look at the light show. Look at the graphics. It was some whole nother level high tech equipment, like the newest equipment. You would have had to been there to see that light show. I was trying to show you when the subway trains was coming. Man, that was so deep. I can't find which one is on. Man, that was I paid $200. I paid $200 a ticket for me and PJ to go see that. I wanted them to go really see that while he was young. You know what I'm saying? I wanted him to see that while he was young. You know what I mean? It had everything. Everything you could think of in a performance. So the idea of a versus is really an insult, you know? It's really an insult. It was an insult. What do you mean a versus? And bring his status down like that. Like why would he bring his status down? That don't make no sense. T.I. like he want 50. T.I. dreaming like T.I. you a nobody. Like really you ain't really all that. You basically a lot of artists got a break because they was kind of early in the game. So they was able to come into the game kind of early and make some noise before it really got more crazy. He was all right though. They put some money behind him and all that. I ain't gonna say he wasn't no good. They put some money behind him. And he had some pretty nice songs. I ain't gonna take that away from him. He was never really one of my favorite artists, but he was all right. I didn't dislike him. He just wasn't, he just didn't appeal to me for some reason. I liked No Limit. I liked Cash Money. I didn't really like T.I. too much. I liked Mystical. And I didn't really like T.I. a whole lot. I never bought a T.I. CD. He didn't appeal to me for some reason. I got into the South through, the Ghetto Boys. You know what I'm saying? UGK. You know what I'm saying? I was in the Pimp C and Bum B heavy. For real. I was banging a CD where they was talking about prison in the streets between each track. It's like a super classic. You know what I'm saying? It ain't really light skinned. It wasn't light skinned. It's just T.I. even the whole beef with Lil Flip kind of turned me off because I kind of liked Lil Flip. I kind of liked Flip. I think I like Flip more than I like T.I. But T.I. was all right. Don't get me wrong. T.I. was all right. It's not like I changed the channel or nothing when he came on. He was all right. You know, everybody likes somebody different. But he ain't no damn 50 Cent. He ain't no competition for no damn 50 Cent. He crazy. He ain't even no competition for Scarface. Well, a lot of people in the South will eat him alive. I'm like, bro, you tripping. Cloud chasing off of 50. That's how I'm like, man, stop cloud chasing off a dude, bro. Why you know what I'm saying? T.I. so phony. Why he ain't calling out Luda? Luda was way bigger than T.I. Luda eat T.I. T.I. can't rap like Luda. Luda can rap. Luda can rap. Man, Luda would kill him. Luda will run T.I. off the stage. I'm telling you. Run him off. Man, T.I. can't beat no Ludacris. Ludacris, nobody wanted beef. Nobody wanted smoke with Luda. No, the best rappers, nobody tried Luda. Because everybody know Luda might eat you. A lot of people saved their career from not testing Luda. Because Luda got bars. Oh my soul. People stayed out dude way. Hey, people stayed out Luda way. I seen it with my own eyes. Luda used to be calling out for smoke, and everybody like they didn't hear him. They was like, "Nah, we don't hear you, dude." Man, people act like they didn't hear Luda calling for smoke. I mean, didn't nobody want smoke with dude. One verse. Yeah, Luda, man, Luda is a problem. You know what I'm saying? Luda, you know, if Andre 3000 was a solo artist, the Luda Andre 3000 battle, and now we talking some complications. Because Luda is one of the greatest rappers ever rapped. He just never got his props. Bro could go. And you know, we judge a rapper by how effortless it is. And Luda rap, and it's effortless, boy. It's like he not even busting a sweat. He don't get no props. Luda one of the coldest people ever touched a microphone. On my soul. Bro can rap. Like rapidy rap. I mean, he go with it. I swear to God. I remember when Luda used to come on TV, I used to freeze. Am I the only one? I used to just be like this. I ain't trying to rap along with dude or nothing. Ain't no need of me trying to rap along with him. Shawty Low with a dog T.I. Shawty, that's probably why I ain't like T.I. Cause I was a Shawty Low. Yeah, Shawty Low, that was my man right there. I'm glad you said that. T.I. ain't no king. T.I. wasn't the king then. He wasn't Shawty Low was the king. T.I. was never the king. T.I. was never better than Shawty Low or Luda or Andre 3000. He is not no king of the South. Period. No. And people didn't like it because how you gonna say you the king of the South over Scarface? So that was bogus right there. T.I. the king of the South over Scarface? No. No, 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 no. T.I. is not no king over Face. Face, when they asked Face, Face said, I like Jeezy. Now Jeezy, I like Jeezy over T.I. too. Jeezy was raw. I like, yeah, Jeezy, that's another one. I like Jeezy more than Luda. Jeezy was one of my favorites ever. Yeah, Jeezy was one of my favorites. Jeezy, I banged Jeezy all day long. He stayed in the trunk. He stayed in the CD changer. Jeezy stayed in the CD changer. Matter of fact, I hated Nas because of Jeezy. Jeezy, the reason I hated Nas, because Nas said hip hop was dead, and I was banging Jeezy, and I said, Nas, you crazy. How you talking about hip hop is dead? You ain't listening to Jeezy? That's why Nas was lying. Listen, be honest. Was hip hop dead when Jeezy was out? Hell no. When Nas said that Jeezy was killing the game, I thought it was disrespectful to Jeezy. I really did. I ain't never liked Nas. I don't like Nas today because I feel like he disrespected the youth. Why would you say that when Jeezy coming out and killing the game like hip hop is dead? I can't stand Nas. One rapper I don't like is Nas. I do not like Nas. Just because of that, I can't stand him. And he sucks live. He ain't shit live. He boring as hell. I seen him like 2 weeks before I seen Jay-Z. Jay-Z blew him off the stage with his lazy rapping ass. I can't stand Nas, but that's a whole nother video. I can't stand Nas. I felt like he was disrespecting the shorties. And I feel like he was disrespecting all our rapper labels. You know, because at that time, it was a whole bunch of young black men trying to start rap labels. Why would you come out and tell people hip-hop is dead and we spending our money in the studio producing these shorties? See what I'm saying? It's like disrespect to him to his face, bro. You disrespected us. We out here spending our money trying to get in the game, trying to produce artists. You go tell the audience hip-hop is dead. And make all that music we trying to make no good. No, he didn't. But you a troll anyway. Come back tomorrow. Because you a troll. He didn't endorse nothing. He said whatever. You could tell Scarface didn't like that. He said, yeah, that's what he called it, so. Scarface was being humble. What's your name? Following a lot. You know damn well T.I. ain't no king over no Scarface. Boy, you sound crazy. Come on, man. T.I. ain't over Ludacris, Scarface, G or Jeezy. And to be honest with you, when I went down south, to be honest, when I went down south in 1996, the king of the South was Master P. Listen, on everything I love. When I went to Florida in 1996 and 97, the king of the South, after Scarface, was Master P. Yeah. Body Body is one of the biggest songs to ever come out the South. Body Body is in the top 5 biggest songs to come out the South. Straight period. Period. Everywhere I went, that's all you heard it. Body, body, righty, righty. It was everywhere all day, all night. That's what I said. Oh, this is really that. I never forget it, man. When I got down there, man. When I got down to Dade County, I didn't know Master P was that big. Boy, I got down there to Dade County. I said, oh, I mean, man, listen, they were so proud of Master P. The whole South, boy, was crazy. Man, the whole South, 95, 96, 97, man, the whole South was rowdy, batty. I mean, that's all I heard. That's the only song I heard all day. They just had it on repeat. That's really how I got into the South even more heavier, because you got to hear those songs in the South, down there with the brothers and sisters from the South. Yeah, quiet as it's kept. Master P was the king. I'm telling you. Master P down south was way bigger than T.I. could ever be. Hey, is anybody from down south was down south in 96, 97? Who down south was ever bigger than Master P? Nobody, not even Scarface. Listen, man. Nobody down south, they had the movie and everything, was as like widespread like Master P. They liked Scarface, but it was heavy Texas like that. Master P was from San Diego to Florida. I mean, I was there. I was there. I was down there, and I was like, oh my God. That's how I knew he was that big. I liked him because he was big up here. He was big over this way before Cash Money. Cash Money ain't, nobody in Cash Money ever been as big as Master P. Master P, as far as area artists coming out and making a lot of noise, Master P in the United States is in the top 5 rappers in history in U.S. making noise like that. Everybody started emulating the album covers. He was the first one that had the diamond tanks in we all started copying that. The whole album, because he bought that whole gang. That dude don't get no props. And I swear to God, when Master P came out, them tanks was everywhere. Man, them tanks was all over Chicago. Bootleg, No Limit tanks was at every swap meet in Chicago. The No Limit tank is the biggest record label logo in the history of rap in the hood. Tell me I'm lying. Tell me I'm lying. The tank ain't the biggest rap logo ever. Name somebody else. Death Row logo wasn't big like that tank. That tank was everywhere. They had tin ones, aluminum ones. They was everywhere. Tell me them tanks wasn't everywhere. That's the biggest logo in rap history. The No Limit tank. I challenge anybody on that one. I was outside. I know what I'm talking about. It was the biggest. It was everywhere. When I say everywhere, I mean everywhere. The bootleg No Limit tank emblems, I mean, was everywhere. You know how you go in the swap meet where they got all the different stores? You know how you go in the stores we used to have back in the day, and there's a whole bunch of booths. Everybody had it, not just the jeweler. Every store in there got them. The No Limit tank was the biggest selling record logo emblem in the history of rap. I can't think of none because nobody really wanted no limit. I mean, no death row chain like that, but everybody wanted that tank, boy. Nobody wanted no death row logo. Nobody was running to buy death row logo. I'm talking about people buying it and putting it on. Now nobody was really running. Nobody was really running to buy the death row logo like that. The death row logo wasn't even close to the No Limit tank. That tank, it was just something about that tank, man. It was just something about that tank. People went crazy over that tank. We really didn't. The death row, you didn't really see the death row logo in Chicago like that at the swap meets like that. You didn't see death row. You didn't see Bad Boy, the logo. You didn't really see that in Chicago. You didn't see really no record label logos like that except that damn tank. That damn tank. Hey, who was really outside? Some of y'all young, so you probably don't understand. Y'all was probably too young. Hey man, that was the only that was the only record label logo in a lot of the 10 karat gold booths. That was the only record label logo that was there. Everything else was, the basic stuff people like to wear on their neck. Wu-Tang was pretty big. Wu-Tang was all right, but it wasn't like the Tank. It wasn't like in Chicago, nobody wanted to wear that on Wu-Tang. It was like Wu-Tang and all that. It was like that stuff represented the group. And it was like the Tank represented fashion. It was like different. It was like the Tank. They had them in the candy machines. Yeah, it was like the Tank represented fashion. I can't explain it. Like the other logos meant you was representing the group. But the No Limit Tank didn't mean you was representing them. It was like you was fly. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like, oh, I'm supporting No Limit. It's like, yeah, I'm fly. It was just considered fly. You know what I'm saying? The other ones was like, oh, okay, I'm repping Death Row, I'm repping Wu-Tang. But people had the Tank on. It just meant you was fly. It was weird. It was like something to be fly. It wasn't even like you was repping No Limit. Like they wasn't even wearing it to represent No Limit. Cause it was fly. It is the best logo. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. The No Limit logo, when you think about it, it is the flyest logo. That was genius. That was genius. Like Master P, when you think about it, that was a fly ass logo. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. That was a fly logo. That was smart. And iced out tank too. It wasn't just a tank, it was an iced out tank. That was the Master P is the man. Man, that thing was everywhere. Sometimes you don't think about these things till you talk. I never would have thought about that till I started talking to y'all. Now when I think back, man, that thing was everywhere. When I say the earrings, it was in the bubblegum machines. It was in the candy machine. It was everywhere. And he was the man. You couldn't go nowhere in the United States say nothing bad about Master P. You must be out your man. We was buying anything Master P put out. he was a superhero. I remember I was in the county jail because the reason Master P was so big, I'm gonna tell you psychology, because they had unalived Tupac and Biggie. And Tupac and Biggie was gone. And that left it wide open for P. In that period where we was mourning Tupac and Biggie, Master P held it down until Jay-Z got his legs under. Think about it. Who held hip-hop down when Pac and Biggie got unalived? After Pac was first, then Biggie, who held him down? Who was the biggest star when Biggie got unalived? P. P held hip-hop all by itself. Tell me I'm lying. Who old enough to remember? Master P held hip-hop down for that period. He would release all them albums. And he had some hits on the Ice Cream Man, on the Ice Cream Man. Fire. But for them to sit up there and you know, the idea, man, 50 not coming off of no world tours and his own liquor and building a whole city in Louisiana and all that to rap with no T.I., who to me, T.I. ruined his reputation, talked too much. He didn't stay mystique enough. You know, sometimes when you're a big star like that, you got to kind of stay out the way to create the mystique. But T.I. out there using all them big words and was out there, and I just think he damaged his career. Not to mention getting caught with all them things you get caught with. Don't nothing happen to you. You on there saying, hi, my name Tip, but I got another tip. If you see something, call the police. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, I thought you was a gangster. I'm totally confused. So, you know, for the streets, you know, he's a, you know what I'm saying? He's a, you know, bro, you let the police make you ruin your own name. Your name Tip. And you're going to do a commercial say, my name Tip. But I got another tip. Call the police. Bro, they played you like a violin. You're forever canceled. Use the police, bro. You get caught with all them machine guns and stuff and you ain't do no time. Bro, you is a rat. Allegedly, supposedly. Ain't nobody listening to you, dude. And kept getting caught with stuff and still free. Bruh. And the sad thing about it is they try to make it area-wise, and that's hurting the community because they try to put that on Atlanta. Like he don't represent Atlanta, he represents Tip. So then people in Atlanta feel like, well, he represents Atlanta, so you're trying to cover for him because you feel like it. I don't like that either. I don't like blaming the whole city for a person. I mean, T.I. is trolling. And, you know, T.I. is trolling. You know, he's trolling. He's trying to uplift what T.I. is trying to do is T.I. is trying to dodge smoke by saying give him 50 because he know 50 ain't going to do it. So T.I. is running a scam, running a game. That's what he's doing. He's trying to keep the attention off his real competition, which would be Luda. Because Wayne ain't feeling well. But T.I. is intentionally acting like he don't see Ludacris. See what I'm saying? It's a scam. He just keep bringing up 50, so won't nobody say, why you don't go at Luda? You scared of Luda. Who Luda would take the challenge immediately and dog him. Because T.I. sounds is corny and T.I. stuff is dated. It didn't last long. It sounds dated. You know, his stuff is dated. It's, you know what I'm saying? Luda and Nelly went already. I didn't know about that one, did they? I didn't see that one. Yeah, I didn't see that one. If Luda and Nelly battled already, then that makes some sense. Then he ain't called out Luda. But 50, that ain't no good. You know what I'm saying? If he can't battle Luda, it ain't really nobody for him to battle, really. I don't see nobody for him to battle like that. From the South, I know because a lot of the people was in groups in the South. So I don't really know who he would battle. But I know him and 50 Cent, even if they was on the same level, it ain't going to sound right. You know, it's not going to sound right. It's going to be like I said, who seen DMX and Snoop? It was horrible because the sounds, you know what I'm saying? Like Snoop sound way over here and DMX sound way over there. And it was just weird. Did y'all see that battle? It's like when you play one dude's song behind the other dude's song, it's like, wait a minute. That's why the best ones when it come to matching the music was Jeezy and Gucci, and then No Limit and Cash Money. Those was the best verses as far as the sound matching. T.I. versus Lil Flip would be good. It's just Lil Flip didn't get a chance to keep making songs because he let T.I. kind of distract him and take him out the business. So I don't think Lil Flip got enough songs. But T.I. running his mouth, why don't he go at Juicy J? Juicy J will run him off the goddamn stage. And so with the other brother that rap with 3 6 Mafia, or the one my daughter booked, the big brother. What's the big dark brother from 3 6 Mafia? Man, he'll kill T.I. What's his name? My daughter booked him out, went down there for that show. Dang, man, I was security for that show. Project Pat and T.I. Project Pat and T.I. That'd be a good battle. Yeah. Project Pat got that fire, though. T.I. might be able to pull that off, but it'll be a good battle, though. That'll be a good battle. It'll be interesting no matter who won. Project Pat is that dude. That would be good. T.I. versus the Gang, I don't know if it'll sound right again. I don't think it'll sound right. He can't do Master P because Master P just did the other thing. The music gotta be kind of close together. Like I said, because the Snoop Dogg and DMX, You know. That's what I said about the 50 Ti. The music, it's gonna sound horrible. Like you can't play no 50 Cent song and no Ti song or no Ti song and 50 song back to back. That's gonna sound horrible. That's like some music way over here, and then you play a track. That don't sound. Come on, yo, how would you adjust to who won? You know what I'm saying? That won't sound right. 50 and Ti, that won't sound right. It'll sound just like Snoop and DMX. Sounded horrible. How you supposed to know who won when you can't even compare the music? Like you can't even compare Ti to 50. How you gonna compare a Ti song to a 50 Cent song? I wouldn't be able to do it. That ain't even the same. That ain't the same sound at all. It would sound horrible. 50 and Ti, that would sound hard. That would be horrible sounding. Once one went, then the other one went, it'll be like, what the hell? It won't sound right. You gotta match them verses up so that it'll be something that a DJ will actually do. Ain't no DJ gonna mix no 50 Cent with no Ti. Who would make that mix? Nobody. That'll sound horrible. Anyway, that's a stupid idea. That sounds horrible. I keep saying the DMX or Snoop Dogg. Oh, that was. I watched Snoop do 2 songs of DMX. I had to log off. I said, hell no. That was the worst. I said, I couldn't figure out why they put them together. T.I. and Lil Jon wouldn't be fair to T.I. Because T.I. crunk. Lil Jon crunk. That would be unfair to T.I. How you gonna deal with dude? Okay, and Lil Jon ain't really know. I mean, no, that won't. You know, how T.I. supposed to keep up with Lil Jon? Hell no, that won't even be fair. Lil Jon, come on. You ain't gonna be able to be hyped up there like that. T.I. ain't gonna be able. With T.I. is not. How you gonna be hyped up there with Lil Jon? That ain't even fair. Come on, man, Lil Jon, way up there, hyped up there, man, up in the moon, in the stars. T.I. not. Come on, how he gonna get hyped like that? That wouldn't even be fair. Yeah, I'm saying that wouldn't be fair. Imagine T.I. do his song and then the music come on, dun 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 dun. Okay, bro, you lost. Come on, you what you gonna do behind Lil Jon? Nothing. Lil Jon, come on, man. Lil Jon gonna have to go at like Luke. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Lil Jon have to go at Luke. Killer Mike and T.I. 2 Chainz. 2 Chainz and T.I. would be good. 2 Chainz would be good. 2 Chainz would be good. For sure. 2 Chainz and T.I. would be good. Now that would be good. They both would have a chance. That would be the best one out of all the ones we named so far. That would be good. That would sound great and everything. Yeah, that would be a good one. That would, yeah. Unlimited, you own something. That would be the best one. Yes. That would definitely be fire. Now that would be fire. T.I. and 2 Chainz. That would be fire. Because 2 Chainz ain't no slouch. Yeah, that one would be good, wouldn't it, Kathy? Boy, that one would be good. That would be a good battle for both of them. That would be good. And I would watch that one. As a DJ, them sounds gonna go great. Oh man, cause you hear the T.I. record, then boy, that'll be rocking. Yeah, that'll be rocking. That's the best one. 2 Chainz already battled. See, Big Teasy. No, we ain't been watching all of them. So 2 Chainz already battled. So see, I don't know who T.I. would battle. It looked like he missed all the good battles. Ludacris already battled. 2 Chainz already battled. Silk the Shocker ain't got the records for T.I. And then Silk the Shocker wouldn't be good because he just was with No Limit. So you don't want to bring nobody back that was already did a group battle. That'd be too repetitive. I don't know who T.I. would battle. I gotta think about that. I don't know what solo artist. I gotta think about that. I don't know. Because T.I. got some good songs, so you couldn't bring no slouch because T.I. got some hits. So we ain't gonna play T.I. He got hits. So you wouldn't be able to bring no slouch. Now who else got hits? Jada already battled. Yeah, Jada already battled. T.I. versus Boosie. That might be fire. That might be fire. T.I. got more hits than Boosie, though. Boosie underground rapper. Boosie got a lot of underground stuff. T.I. got a lot of mainstream hits. Do Boosie got enough mainstream hits? I don't think so. I don't think Boosie got enough mainstream hits for T.I. Plies. T.I. versus Plies would be good. Yeah, T.I. versus Plies. Plies can go at him. Plies can get at his ground. Plies got some hits. T.I. and Plies, that'd be good. They're going to get T.I. and Juvenile. T.I. versus Sauce Walka. Sauce Walka don't got enough really popular hits, though. That's popular. T.I. versus Juvie. Juvie just was up there with them, so I don't know about bringing him back. T.I. got over 50, got 50 albums. But yeah, but a lot of that stuff is trash. T.I. I don't know no bunch of T.I. songs. T.I. got albums, but he ain't got no hits. He ain't got no 50 hits. No, I didn't know that. T.I. got that many hits? No. Well, a lot of them albums didn't have a hit nowhere on them then. If he got 50 albums. If T.I. got 50 hits, 50 albums, then shit. 40 of them must have been garbage, because I don't know that many T.I. songs. T.I. got a whole bunch of hit records, not that I know of. T.I. got a bunch of hit records. Him and Plies sound about right, though. Plies got some hits. I ain't known T.I. to have no bunch of hit records, though. That's one thing about T.I.'s career. He wasn't dropping no hits like that. He wasn't dropping no bombs. That's why his career dried up fast. Like, you can have whatever you like, and that was it. And that's weak. That ain't, hands on dick, thumbs on ice. Yeah, but that's Rihanna. But yeah, live your life with Rihanna. Yeah. He didn't, that was Rihanna. He was on it, but I guess so. As a feature, he liked a featured artist and shit. That's the thing with T.I. I never known T.I. Now, maybe he got a bunch of records I forgot about. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe I just forgot. You can watch Verzuz like, oh, yeah, I forgot he did that. Yeah, I forgot it was that. T.I. catalog is strong. I ain't know that. I didn't know that. He seems to think so. I don't know. Maybe it's a bunch of records I forgot about. You know what I'm saying? But then again, he never was I never really liked T.I. that much. I always thought he was corny. I didn't like his rap flow. I never thought he really had rhymes like that. He just never appealed to me. Like, he one of the rappers I really wouldn't get hyped up when his song would come on. T.I. only got 11 albums, he say. Yeah, when his songs would come on, it was like, to me, T.I. beefing with Lil Flip hurt his career, to me. It like he wasn't focused. You know what I'm saying? To me. And then Shorty Low, and it was just like, and Shorty Low was better than him, too. Shorty Low made better records than Tip by far. And then Shorty Low passed away. And this was like, to me, T.I. always got distracted, it seemed like. To me, maybe that's just me. He just seemed like he was too distracted to really deal with his career. You know, you most famous for beefing with dudes as soon as you get in the game, and the beefing more famous than the records. You know, and then for him being from the South, you know, bro, you in Atlanta, you know, Atlanta has some powerhouses. So, bro, you're gonna get drowned. You're gonna get, you know what I'm saying, bro? You in Atlanta. You know what I mean? You better focus, cause that's when Atlanta was dropping bombs. You down in Atlanta playing, and then Atlanta start dropping nuclear bombs. You just they just discombobulated you and pushed you on out the way. Atlanta started dropping bombs. Boom, 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 boom. T.I. got buried. If I'm not mistaken, I think that's how it went. I think it was like Andre 3000 and Ludacris and them. It was T.I. There was a little room, and all of a sudden Atlanta started bop, 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 bop. And if you wasn't on your game, am I wrong? Atlanta started dropping crazy artists. Bow, 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 bow. And if you wasn't on your game, you got pushed out the way, if I'm not mistaken. Because Atlanta just started dropping a whole bunch of people. If I'm not mistaken, am I wrong? Pastor Troy did help. But like with T.I., with that, when that period, when he was trying to say he was the king, he spent a lot of time trying to be the king and battling. And next thing you know, you didn't hear about him no more. Because Atlanta just started dropping bop, 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 a lot of artists. Yeah, he do. I think that's what I think, because I think he just got overshadowed because Atlanta started going crazy. Because he kind of T.I. and then getting arrested, getting arrested, getting arrested, stupid stuff hurt T.I.'s career because he became more famous for getting arrested and doing police commercials. Yeah, because like once he did the police commercial, with we was through with dude. Yeah, yeah. Once he did the police commercial, T.I. was through. Once he started talking about, I got another tip. We was like, okay, you out of there. Then get caught with all them guns and don't go to jail. And everybody was like, okay, this dude is a snitch. A lot of T.I. hits were pop songs that don't get played no more, dated, yeah. But the main thing killed T.I. was this commercial. Hello, my name Tip. But I'm gonna tell you another tip. Call Crime Stoppers. And we was like, all right, okay. Bro, I remember too because I really didn't like dude because I'm like, wait a minute. You're the rubber band man. The rubber band man means you're selling a lot of illegal substances and you're getting a lot of money. So you got rubber bands on your arm because you got a rubber band all this money. So I'm like, how the rubber band man talk about call the police if you see somebody selling stuff when the rubber band man is selling stuff? And that's where I said, this dude phony. Because you telling people to call the police on your rap character. Like your rap character is the rubber band man. And you telling people if they see something suspicious, but you suspicious. You the rubber band man. I remember, yeah, that's when I was finished with dude. I was finished with dude because I'm like, if you see something suspicious, but your whole thing was being suspicious. You know, that didn't make no sense. I'm like the rubber band man, because the rubber band man was made for us. We was in the streets. So rubber band man, we knew what that meant. Because if you was hustling back in the day, we used to have to go to Office Max and Office Depot and buy rubber bands because you really needed rubber bands to count the money and wrap the money up. And we didn't want to use those them paper things because you might want to open it up and close it back. So we had a lot of rubber bands. And dudes would start wearing rubber bands on their wrist down south to represent they get money, and they need rubber bands on hand to wrap up the money. Yeah, he crowned himself king, and they kind of went with it. When you got the record labels behind you, and he kind of came in, T.I. came in that period where he could have did that. There was a little space there because they didn't have no whole lot of talent in that T.I. space. That's why he was beefing with Flip. Flip was in Texas. So when T.I. came, Atlanta didn't have popular talent like that yet. Not like that yet. They had Outkast, Goody Mob. See what I'm saying? That all that talent came right behind him. Brrr. Shorty Low was the real rubber band man. Shorty Low was cold, but he didn't take care, rest in peace of Shorty Low. Shorty Low was better than Tip. His music sounded better than Tip. That's for sure. That was the Rockefeller era, right? And then right behind them, in Atlanta, they would get these spots. And they might got 2-3 little rooms in there with producers. And then all the rappers come there. That's how Atlanta took over. So they have a little spot. It got 3 little rooms with boards in it and stuff. And this producer, two producers, it might be 8 producers there. It might be 15 rappers in there. That's how they took over. That's how they got the reputation for working together. Because they would go to these little spots and everybody would be there and they would just be making songs, jumping on each other's songs. That's the group right behind Shorty Low and T.I. And then when that group came, it was a wrap. Yeah, it was a wrap when that group came. As far as the snitch, ain't got nothing to do with the fact that T.I. just ain't no big level like 50. T.I. is washed. He not just ain't no way 50 doing all them TV shows and all that big stuff. He not doing no verses. Who gonna step down from all that big money doing world tours and stuff to get on a little versus stage on Instagram? That's going backwards. That's what it's really all about. It ain't just about T.I. being no snitch. It's about T.I. washed up. Versus rappers are washed up. Career done. That's why you're on verses. You're on verses because you can't do no more big tours. Your tour days is over. Next stop for you is podcasting with Jim Jones in there. It's over for you. And 50 is a great writer, but he's doing major tours. So why would he come out and do something with you? It won't even make no sense. You know what I'm saying? Why would 50 come out and do a Verzuz? Why would he do a Verzuz? Why would he go to a little hole in the wall and do a Verzuz when he doing major tours like this? Dude doing arenas around the world. Look, T.I. ain't doing no United Center in Chicago, like doing no world tours and nothing like that. T.I. ain't doing no world tours like that. T.I. ain't on this level. You know what I'm saying? Why would he stoop down there with, you know what I'm saying? And you going to Australia, Germany, Sweden, Greece, and T.I. talking about do Verzuz. Yeah, it's like, well, if you don't get your goofy ass out. And plus, you're not doing no Verzuz when nobody did no snitch commercial. I know you're trying to say 50 the real snitch, but not like, you know, you just overlooking the fact that T.I. said, my name is Tip, but I got another tip. Call the police if you see something suspicious. T.I. is the number one snitch in rap. He doing Crime Stoppers commercials. You don't get no bigger snitching than that. Ruined his whole, but he either did this or he'd go to prison for all them guns. They said, listen, sell out your career, embarrass yourself in front of the whole rap community, or go to prison. He said, okay, I'd rather stay free. So for you to say, oh, 50, no, this the big snitch right there. Crime Stopper commercial on Channel 2. That ain't never going away. That ain't never going away. He's a snitch forever. He's no longer, he'll never be looked at as no rubber band man or none of that. T.I. will be known as a snitch, Crime Stopper rapper. Somebody that rapped about crimes and then turned around and said, call the police if you see somebody doing the stuff I rapped about. Which don't make no damn sense. I'm the rubber band man. I'm out getting money. I got the rubber band. I'm selling stuff. I'm doing illegal stuff. And if you see somebody doing illegal stuff like me, call the police. And that ain't even, and then his son ain't helping nothing. So like T.I. is finished. How you gonna go out and try to have a comedy tour that flops and then come back and try to call out 50 Cent after your comedy tour just flopped? You're not funny, bro. You know what I'm saying? Trolling, trying to come back and hide the fact, cut your dreads off. Just to do anything. You know, just anything for anything. Bro, sit your goofy ass down so you got money. Go away. You know, T.I. need to just go away. You got some money thanks to your wife, because she the business person. Just go away, bro. Your rap career is over. What rapper gonna have a battle rap with somebody that's a snitch? J. Cole, I ain't heard it. I ain't heard J. Cole album. You know, J. Cole gonna always have fans. So he gonna be all right. Cause he always, he gonna always have J. Cole fans. He gonna always have, that, that crowd, that weirdo crowd. They're gonna ride forever. So he gonna always have that college crowd, the nerdy. So he'll be fine. You know what I'm saying? He'll be fine. He won't really be nothing into people really into rap like that, but he'll always have a big fan base. He won't be hurting. He won't be hurting. So he'll always have a fan base. But he always gonna be the B word in rap. J. Cole is the rapper that quit a rap battle. And that's that. He's washed. And rap, no matter how good the albums he gonna be known for starting the beef and apologizing and punking out. That's his history. There ain't no record he can make he gonna be a punk forever. And rap. That what he gonna be known for. He gonna be always known as a punk that started a rap battle. And he helped Drake a lot because now, no matter what, everybody gonna say you left Drake out there to fight your fight. And so that Drake Kendrick battle, J. Cole gonna get blamed for Drake being in that battle. That's how history gonna paint it. Drake gonna be a G in history. They'll be like, well, Drake is singing the ladies and shit, and he didn't even punk out. And you the one supposed to be the one with the, you know what I'm saying? Drake will sing the ladies. Drake rap the ladies. And J. Cole, you the one supposed to have the bars. And you left the guy, that's why I got a lot of respect for Drake. Because that ain't even Drake's lane. And Drake stood up like a man and went on out there, even though he a lady rapper. He was the one supposed to be like, no, I'm rapping for the girls. I'm not finna battle. For the sake of rap, Drake took the battle. And then people want to hate on Drake when J. Cole is the punk that left Drake out there. J. Cole dropped the first diss record. And now Drake got to take your battle, and then his career got to go through all this because your punk ass punked out. I would never listen to none J. Cole guy. I don't listen to that shit. Because with rap, we can't listen to you if what you rapping don't match what you is. I'm listening to you. You ain't nothing you saying stimulate me now at all. At the end of the day, you's a punk. Why don't you rap that? Where's your big hit record? I quit. I ran. You know what I'm saying? I was J. Cole with his new joint. I ran like a little bee. Like, bro, ain't nobody want to hear nothing. You know what I'm saying? He want to be a spiritual teacher. Yeah, okay. Drake just doing what he do. Yeah, Drake got so many Grammys and shit, he don't care. Them royalty checks big as hell. But at the end of the day, when everything clear, J. Cole helped Drake because Drake not going to be known for losing the battle. History, Drake is going to be known for taking up J. Cole's battle and losing. They're going to blame Drake for that. I mean, they're going to blame J. Cole for Drake losing. In history, Drake going to be looking at it as a G. They're going to be like, yeah, Drake still stood in there. That's what history going to say. History going to be like, J. Cole dropped 7 minutes, whatever it was called, threw the first direct shot at Kendrick. Then Drake got up there and apologized. Then J. Cole got up there and apologized. And then Drake stepped in to try to help clean up J. Cole's mess. That's going to be the history. That Drake shouldn't even took that L. That was J. Cole was supposed to take that. You set Drake up to take your L. Because the first diss song was 7 Minute Drill from J. Cole. That's what history gonna say. That's how history gonna get painted. J. Cole gonna take all that L for that. Yep. Sure is. Yep. J. Cole gonna take that L in history. Yep. Drake gonna be fine. Drake gonna be the hero. Because everybody know, 7 Minute Drill. This what kicked it off. They was throwing little shots, but it was the first solo song where J. Cole got out there like, I'll do it, and then punked out. Talking about might delete later. Even the title is soft. I might say this stuff, but I might delete it later. You know what I'm saying? Drake will be all right. Time ago, Drake and Kendrick will drop a song together. It's rap, man. They'll be cool. They'll be on stages talking about that. Maybe not. Kendrick might play hardball. Kendrick might play hardball and be the winner. But Drake ain't gonna be the loser. J. Cole gonna be the loser, and Drake gonna be like, Drake had to try to fight J. Cole battle. That's what history gonna say. That was J. Cole's battle. How'd it end up Drake? You know what I'm saying? You let the dude that sing to ladies have to come fight your battle. You supposed to be the one, you said you the best. Now you want to be a monk. Yeah, he called it the fall off. You know what I'm saying? Weirdo. I don't listen to weirdo music anyway. I ain't listening to J. Cole or Kendrick. I don't like weirdo music. But I still look at it as good music. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't listening to neither one of them weirdos. You know what I'm saying? They don't get no play in the whip anyway. Drake get play in the whip because, I'm trying to holler at the females. You pick up a female, you're going to turn on the radio and they're going to play that Drake. I'm banging Drake because I'm picking up ladies. I don't got nowhere in life where Kendrick and J. Cole music don't match my life nowhere. But it match other people's lives. See what I'm saying? So that's why I say it's good music, because it do match other people's lives. So I'm not saying their music ain't no good. I'm saying it ain't my type of music. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna listen to Drake before I listen to them, because I'm gonna have ladies in the car. I'm not playing Kendrick or J. Cole for no ladies. Hell no. They ain't no penny moisture. They don't add no penny moisturizer, you know. Drake get the panties moist. See what I'm saying? So when the females get in the car, you know, I want to hear Drake for sure. You know what I mean? For sure. Because, you know, you got to have hospitality. You know what I'm saying? So the girls, they're going to want to hear Drake, and they're going to want to hear all them lady songs. You know what I'm saying? So we got radio station in Chicago. We could turn on at night. They going to take care of it. Dude with the smooth voice. Yeah, you listening to so-and-so tonight. He going to take care of it. You know what I'm saying? If you got, you know, if you're using the aux cord or whatever, you can go to your phone, you know, you going to play. You know what I'm saying? And Drake, like one of the few rappers you're going to play. Who else you going to play? If you want to play a rap for ladies. Ain't nobody else to play but Drake and Tupac. Who else? I can't think of nobody else. What other rapper you going to play if you got a woman in the car but Drake and Tupac? I know I'm probably missing somebody. I mean, if you want to go all the way back to like Big Daddy Kane, maybe. Hey, which rapper you play if you got a female in the car? Drake, Tupac, who else? I don't know. I got to think about that one. I don't want to go all the way back to LL Cool J and Too Short. I'm talking about nowadays. I ain't play Too Short because Too Short going to be calling on the B word. And baby girl, you know, she might work at the stock market or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I ain't necessarily going to be with no schizoid. You know what I'm saying? You know, Big Pharaoh got a little class. And, you know, baby girl might really be classy. You know what I'm saying? You know, we trying to hit it and split it. So, you know what I'm saying? You know, if you're a man, if young brothers out there and you're trying to talk to women, don't just have yourself with just certain type of hood chicks. You trying to get with ladies. So you got to expand beyond just, you know, hood chicks. April's in the building. Hey, April. You know what I'm saying? So you young brothers, you know, you just ain't just, you know what I'm saying? Honeycomb brazy. Yeah, I like the honeycomb brazy and finesse 2 times. I'll watch that for sure. And I don't even know all they songs. Now, that's some money right there. See, they don't know how to get the bag. Now, that's the biggest verses right now. The biggest verses today, ever, today, the biggest verses is Honeycomb Brazy. Yeah, Ja Rule, definitely. Honeycomb Brazy and Finesse 2 times. Chris Brown would be all right for singer, yeah. But I'm talking about rappers. Yeah, but right now with the verses, yeah, the most demanded verses today, we want to see Honeycomb Brazy against Finesse 2 times. We don't even got to know they songs. We just want to see them. You know what I'm saying? Because the song's going to be fire. You know, rappers like that, you don't know. You know, what I like about these young rappers, you don't have to know they songs. It be that fire. You ain't never heard that song before. It do start rapping it the way they be rapping it with the energy. It be fire. You ain't never heard the song before in your life. Boy, that'd be, boy, look. Boy, they losing money. Somebody go tell Verzuz get Honeycomb, Brazy, and Finesse 2 times Verzuz right now. Boy, now, yeah, that'll be the hottest Verzuz. Because, you know, Finesse 2 times is cold with it. I really wish he'd get his life together, get off them substances, because Finesse 2 times is really that. Famo can really rap. He is really good. For real. Finesse 2 times is a really excellent rapper. For real. And Rap a Lot need to be ashamed of themselves. Pay that man. You know what I'm saying? Pay that man. Stop cheating people. Jay Prince and Jay Prince Jr. Y'all stop cheating people, messing up the rap game. Y'all, they gonna mess around and cheat the wrong one. It's gonna go sideways. Everybody ain't and believe none of that. Nobody ain't buying into you no super gangster shit. It's 2026, boy. Listen. They bogus as hell. Get Rap a Lot out of the rap business. You don't want to pay your artists. You still doing that stuff to black people. Your own brothers and sisters cheating them. Jay Prince, get your shit together. Oh my soul. Like nobody want to hear what you got to say. You cheating your own people. Now that fake gangster talk, man. Nobody want to hear that, man. Treat your people with some doggone respect. Stop ripping off your people. They a disgrace. Jay Prince and his son. They a disgrace to the black race. All them idle threats and all that. I don't like them. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. Honeycomb, Brazy, and Finesse 2 times Verzuz. I would watch that. That'll be fire. See, this was wrong with the black community. Now, y'all know them brothers supposed to do an album together. They could both really rap. And our good rappers never work together, and we never get the best material because they always be hating each other. Now, you tell me if they drop the album, that shit wouldn't go quadruple, quadruple platinum. Both of them brothers is good. They could rap, both of them, and they characters. But Finesse 2 times is like one of the best rappers in rap history. Like, bro could rap. Like, for real. Like, bro, Honeycomb got to work on his shit. T.I. versus Young Thug. Thug ain't gonna do it. Because T.I. washed up and Thug is still got a possibility to be doing big tours. So Thug is not gonna do no verses that's gonna make him look washed up. You know what I'm saying? And then with the snitch thing with Thug, you know, like they need to get some better rules. It need to be an age rule on snitching. Like if you was a shorty, we shouldn't hold that against you at a certain age. You know what I'm saying? I don't agree with holding snitching against nobody 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, maybe even 23. I don't think that should be held against you like that. You too little to be a G like that. You gotta learn how to be a G. You don't go arrest no little boy and he get to telling. He a little boy. You know what I'm saying? So I don't agree. I don't agree holding the snitch rules against shorties like that. I think we need to adjust the snitch rules. It's too much for me for 21 for y'all to make me be like stand up like that. When all I could think back when I was 21, 22, 23, that would have been too much for me. How the hell I was gonna be able to do that? And I just got outside. I just jumped off the porch and the police catch me and I'm scared as hell. You know what I'm saying? I might tell. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep it real. I'm gonna keep it real because me, it's like 7, because every 7 years is a new person. So look, 7, 14, 21, 28. You shouldn't be have to be solid till you 28. In that fourth thing, you know what I'm saying? I don't see holding no that against no shorty. If you in your team, if you under, I say if you under 28, that's what I say, under 28. I mean, you wrong. We could still say you was bogus, but it shouldn't be like a life sentence like that. Like, you know, dealing with the streets, man, it takes some maturity. I'm telling you, like getting arrested and the police, you got to learn how to do that. If you ask me, they can lower it. It don't have to be 28. It could be, nah, NLE Chopper ain't no match for no NBA Youngboy. And NBA Youngboy not gonna do it. Or NLE Chopper. Nobody that's doing big arenas gonna do no verses. Verses is for washed up rappers. There's no manager that's gonna put a rapper that big on no verses. That's not gonna never happen. If I'm working with NBA Youngboy, 50 Cent, anybody doing arenas, we not doing verses and ruining our arena money. That's the step down. That's for washed up rappers that's finna do podcasts or something. Like T.I., he washed. 50 Cent is big. 50 Cent still doing big shows. So 50 Cent not doing no verses. This is business. If you're doing world tours and going to Europe, if you Eminem, you not doing no verses. That's not gonna happen. And if you're associated with a big rapper, you're not gonna do it. Like Tony Yayo and they not doing that. Hell no. That mess your money up. NLE Chopper and NBA Youngboy, they too big for a verses. Verses is for washed up rappers. It's not for nobody that sell out arenas like no Dirk, nobody like that. Hell no. Versus is for washed up. You done. Your career is waned. It's over. To maybe try to help you get back into arenas. But if you could do arenas already, why would you go do a verses and lower your status? No. Nah, that lower your status. You got to be a rapper that ain't out there, that can't do no big tours and try to use verses to get tours. But nah, NBA young boy on the verses. Come on, man. He's selling out major arenas. He is not going on no Instagram little ass place and do no damn verses. Now finesse 2 times, and now they still doing little clubs, so they could do it. They ain't doing arenas yet. They doing chitlin circuit shows. But NBA young boy, hell no. Versus, because with Dirk in jail, NBA young boy is the #1 rapper now. He's doing arenas like 50. That's why I said 50. 50 not doing no verses when you doing arenas. I'm trying to teach y'all some business. When you way up here, you're not doing nothing to lower your status. That's lowering your status. No, you ain't doing hell no. That's like Cat Williams doing a club. Cat ain't doing no clubs. No, right now he doing you gotta have arena auditorium for Cat. That's like Cat do a club. No. And damage his status? No. That hurts your money. For the people that's watching me, that hurt your money. Down. You're going down. You cannot never do that. Now, if you're a rapper that ain't got no tours or nothing, you may want to jumpstart your career or get some type of attention. Yeah, you could do verses. If you're somebody like Juvenile, somebody like that. But nah, you NLE Chopper, you NBA Youngboy, you Dirk, you Chief Keef, hell no. You Sexy Red, hell no. Sexy Red can sell out arenas right now. Ain't no way she doing that. Shorty big. Now, if you can sell out arenas, for y'all, anytime, whatever business you in, never, whatever you doing, you got to stay with your status. Don't ever do nothing below your status, because now you mess your money up, you mess your marketing up, you bring down your status. Never bring down your status. Never. Because once you do a smaller place in the world, that means you fell off. You that in the world, that means you fell off. So when everybody see that in their mind, you fell off. Guess what your audience gonna think? Oh man, they fell off. That's what your audience gonna think. So when 50 go do these world tours, then in the eyes of the people, he popping. He not doing no little place like that. He'll make a show up at a club, but it's got to be a big club with champagne bottles and, you know what I'm saying? And they'll get up there and do 3 or 4 songs. But it's got to be a high elite club. It can't be no, you know what I'm saying? It can't be like Fat Joe at SeaWorld. See how Fat Joe ruined himself? No. Like once you go up, you got to stay up. You got to keep your prestige up. You not getting Kendrick at no verses. You not getting Drake at no verses. You not getting J. Cole at no verses. That's not gonna happen. Wiz Khalifa, you're not getting them at no verses. All the ones that are still selling out arena, oh no. No. You ain't gonna get Cardi B at no verses. No. That ain't gonna happen. Lil' Kim don't even want to do no verses because that mean it's over. And she's still she fighting to stay up there. If she fall off bad enough, then yeah, she'll do it. But you always want to keep the image out there that you going up. You don't never want to portray no image that you going down when you in the entertainment business. If you a manager and you managing your artist, you know what I'm saying? And if your artist is doing little clubs and then your artist start doing small auditoriums, you try your best not to go back to clubs. You're trying to do small auditoriums. You rather book them as a warm-up back in the auditorium than a headliner at a club because you're trying to show elevation. And you're trying to get them from an auditorium to a bigger auditorium to an arena like that. So then when you manage it, that's why you're trying to get them on Coachella, you know what I'm saying, Rolling Loud, Lollapalooza, even if they not the big nights, you're trying to get them on that stage. Then you want video clips of that stage. Then you want to post that on YouTube, all over social media. So now the booking agents elevate your artists. You don't want to go back the other way. Like the baby. You're not going to see the baby in because the baby, even though they tried to blackball him, he's still trying to keep his up there. So 50 is bringing them out at shows and stuff. You got to keep the prestige up there. If you do verses, it's over. You're done. It's over for you. Once Fat Joe and Ja Rule did verses, that's it. It's a wrap. You're no longer superstar status. Go get a podcast or something because it's over. You're done. Yeah, you're done. You see, 50, he like one of the smartest people in the game. You got to understand, he writes songs. He's a writer. He wrote for Beyonce and a lot of people. And he's a really good writer. So I'll give you an example. When Jim Jones and them was beefing with 50, and then they dropped their diss songs, watch this. Watch this. While they was doing all that, right? And they said 50 should respond. 50 was in Italy. Doing songs with dude in Italy. Go check it out. People didn't even see that. He not finna. That song got 7 million views. He not finna respond to Jim Jones. Dude was in Italy getting 7 million views and said one bar and said, I'll F over you and everybody you F with. He not finna. They broke. So everybody like, 50, you're not going to respond. Hell no, you're not finna make no low-level video responding to them. Dude in Italy rapping with the Italian mob, 7, 8 million views. That thing going to have 10 million views in a few days. People that didn't know that was like 50 ain't respond to them. No, he not finna. No, no, he not finna make no cheap video like they made. What you think they all think? Them 4 dudes thinking when they see the video in Italy. You think they feel like they won? Y'all think Fabulous think he feel like he won when he see 50 in Italy? No. 7 million views? No, they know they lost. He threw him a big old middle finger. Boom, in Italy. 7 million views with real Italian gangsters. I didn't say nothing. I just watched everybody was talking. I'm like, these people don't even know what's going on. They're not even watching the game. Dude not playing. Dude is in it for the big money. He not playing. He not going to let them pull him back on no amateur hour. Go listen to that video and listen to his verse. He dissed them hard. Overseas. And Puff and the girl. He said, I don't care who she's sucking and effing. Oh, I saw it's the gangster. Well, what? Gangster, he was over there with the gangsters. He said, hey, I'll F over you and everybody you F with. That's how he ended the song. I said, damn. Everybody in Italy and around the world, they know who he talking to. He talking to Jimmy and all of them. They know, we know who he talking to. I said, it don't get no more gangster than that. Go watch the video. Go watch the video. If you think I'm kidding. That's how you fight the war. You step up. You don't never step down. You don't step down. You step up. Go look at the video. It's called Phantom. Go look at the video. This is how you control your career. This is how you move up. Would you be beefing with Jim Jones and them, or would you be somewhere getting 10 million views on the video? Which one would you do? A lot of the fans, if you listen to them, you're going to mess your career up because they don't know what's going on. They out the mix a lot of times. So a lot of times the fans, if you listen to the fans is out the mix. As a rapper, you're supposed to be ahead of the fans. You're supposed to be further along in the situation than the fans. The fans supposed to be playing catch up. You know, I'll tell any young rapper and any young person that want to be in media, any type of way, if you want to be in media, you need to be watching 50 Cent. I'm going to just tell you straight up. If you're trying to be in media and you're trying to see how to maneuver in this day of media today, you need to be following and watching 50 every step he makes. And if you're in the music business or you're trying to be a rapper or something, don't say nothing against dude because that's your way in the game. You better try to get down there in New Orleans and get a job and get in, get plugged up. Go watch the video called Phantom. You'll see. Go watch it. And learn some real boss moves. He over there getting that overseas attention. You know what I'm saying? Why Jimmy and them over here playing? They didn't even put their stuff together where it even looked good. It didn't even look good. Like it was all unprofessional. It wasn't shot well. Just trying to throw out, some trash, for some attention, but it wasn't shot well. It didn't look good. It was cheesy. They didn't take time to really shoot a real video. Who's going to take them serious? And you trying to go with somebody like that. Come on, man. Come on, they want him to respond. I'm like, bro, he got responding already. He responding all the way in Italy. The man all the way in Italy responding. So the Italians hear his response, and they don't even know he responding. That's as gangster as it get. I'm responding. I'm overseas responding. You back in America telling me to respond, and everybody overseas already hearing my response. How embarrassing. You know what I'm saying? Go look at it. You'll see him dissing them. Yeah, it's gonna be apartments. Shoot, I'm trying to get me a spot down there. I'm gonna be down there soon. I'm gonna let you know. I'm gonna come see y'all. I'm trying to get me a spot down there. I got some realtors and some people looking now. Yeah, I'm trying to get me a spot down there. I ain't stupid. New Orleans is finna be the spot for any type of music, art, movies, plays, comedy, entertainment. Shreveport is finna be the spot. And y'all go check out Phantom. Shreveport is the spot. Got to y'all right down there. All the young people, all y'all, tell them they better start investing. They right there. Tell them to invest now. You will become millionaires just selling souvenirs. You become millionaires just selling Louisiana souvenirs and Shreveport souvenirs and become a millionaire with key rings and stuff. And be a millionaire right now. Start putting that together right now. Free money coming right your way. I'm talking about a lot of money. Because everybody coming, That's going to be the spot. That's going to be the spot. Everybody's coming to Shreveport. That's going to be the spot. Shreveport is going to be the spot. I'll be down there real soon. I'm already working on it. That's going to be the spot. If you're a comedian and you got relatives that's a comedian, they better plug in. They better go down there and get to working. If you do construction, any type of electrician, plumbing, man, you better get your ass down to Shreveport. Trucking, you better lock in. You ain't gonna have to run around looking for no jobs. If you got a big truck, you got a rig, man, you better go holler at Phil. Because they're gonna need truckers to bring that stuff in. New Orleans is gonna be number one. But once he come, everybody gonna come. The property value in New Orleans finna go through the doggone roof. Louisiana property through the roof. Not just New Orleans. Louisiana property finna go. Louisiana finna be popping. Northern Louisiana, far from the hurricanes, it's gonna be popping. I'm telling you. Y'all better listen. Look where Shreveport at. It's not down by the Gulf. It's up. It's up by Arkansas. You think that was by accident? Why you think he got it that far north? Keep it away from the Gulf. Keep it as far away from the water as possible. Exactly. That's why I told you I'm going to see y'all this summer for sure, because I'm on my way. I ain't no ratchet women. There's queens down there. What are you talking about? Bro, I don't know what you're talking about. There's queens down there. Y'all be looking at the internet and be stereotyping. Y'all be looking at the internet and be stereotyping. So you'll look at like some young ladies in Chicago that be out being ratchet, and then you be trying to act like those women is all the women in Chicago. No. Anywhere you go, there's business women and there's intellectuals. So for you to just say ratchet, now you're not outside like that. You're not outside. You're not outside. You're internet. Yeah, because that's false. They call it Ratchet City, but when you say ratchet women, that's stereotyping. You stereotyping. And then you taking something years ago and they rebuilding the city and you selling people a false, don't y'all listen to John, because when they rebuilding the city, it can't be based off of no shit he seen years ago. He outdated. You understand? I'm telling y'all business people coming down there, he trying to tell you it's ratchet. It's not going to be ratchet. Not at all. Business is going to be business. They talked about that 2 years ago. They was changing the name from Ratchet City. He not listening to what I'm telling y'all. Business is coming in. Business is coming in. Models is coming in. Actresses is coming in. Business people is coming in. It ain't gonna be none of that rat. That's not gonna be there. That's not gonna be there. It's gonna be classy. Those that's like that, they're gonna move somewhere else. They're not gonna be there. It's not gonna fit. It's not gonna fit the environment. He don't know, don't listen to him. It's people like that, they try to come in and they try to mess up when you try to teach people something. They try to come in with negativity. That was just that was uncalled for negativity. I'm telling y'all, the place changing. He talking about he been there. He don't even know what I'm talking about. He not even on subject. When he was there, all the stuff coming there wasn't there. So make it make some sense. This is black gentrification. The place going to be gentrified. So y'all listen to me, don't listen to him. The place is going to be gentrified and upscaled. And so don't let nobody tell you, yeah, come down there, it's going to be a bunch of, you know what I'm saying? You all good, John. But it's not, it's going to be gentrified. So I don't want them to think it's going to be ratchet. That's not going to work with what they bringing down there. That ain't going to work. They're not going to be, you know what I'm saying? That's not going to work when they re-gentrify. See, it's not always just white gentrification. Black people can gentrify neighborhoods too and bring them up to par. And when they bring the neighborhood up to par, then certain elements not able to survive there no more because it ain't going to be nothing for them to do. So once you start building new stores, hotels, new housing and all that, everything going to change. Because it ain't going to be nothing for you to do. It's not going to be nowhere for you to be ratchet like that. You have to be in a ratchet environment to do that. And once the environment become classy, you got to go somewhere else because it ain't going to fit. You ain't going to be able to survive, function in a certain type of way. What are you going to be able to do? So it's going to be to a point of you ain't trying to get none of that good legal money. You ain't gonna be nowhere around there because the apartments you used to live in, they're gonna tear them down. That ain't gonna be there no more. Ain't gonna be no more roaches apartments and stuff like that. That whole area gonna be upscale. And the people that's just hell bent to be welfare people, they're gonna be moved out. They either gonna be moved out or they're gonna move out on their own because it ain't gonna be no kind of way for you to survive. Like in Chicago, when they upgraded the United Center, them people had to leave because their lifestyle can't be there around the United Center. And then a lot of people that might be ratchet upscale themselves. A lot of them women will change on you. Yeah, they'll change. They'll go buy some nice clothes and stuff and go get a job. They sure will. They talked about that 2 years ago. They said this is no longer Ratchet City. Them people don't want that to be Ratchet no more. But he right, it used to be called Ratchet City. He ain't lying about that. But it didn't fit what I'm telling y'all. It's gonna be changed. Go down there and get some money. Yeah, they had the whole Ratchet Life saying and all of that. Yeah, that was a whole movement. You know what I'm saying? They talked to some of them about it too, and they said the same thing I'm saying. Yeah, that's gonna be out of it. That's man, listen. I'm telling y'all, go down there because in 10 years you ain't gonna recognize Shreveport. You ain't gonna recognize it. And you know how you got Shreveport, and you know how you got small communities like 2 miles out, 3 miles, all that's is investment right now. If you're in the real estate and stuff like that, because if it's Shreveport, it's gonna be popping 10-mile radius around Shreveport gonna be popping. Because a mile is 8 blocks. So 80 blocks, 80 blocks, all that's gonna be popping. Then it's gonna spread 100 blocks, 200 blocks. I'm telling you, with what they planning to bring in there, oh, it's gonna be popping. Shooting movies and all that, man. Man, listen. And the way they trying to do it is they trying to upgrade it for like young film young people that want to shoot movies. Like up here, we got brothers shoot movies. They all gonna go down there and get better equipment and really start shooting real movies. Oh, it's gonna be crazy. That's the future city right there. New Orleans and Texas is going to be crazy. Trust me when I'm telling you, Texas too. Texas finna upgrade like crazy. But the biggest upgrade gonna be Louisiana. I hope the prison system ready because all that's finna be over. They finna change all that. All that stuff they doing in them prisons, that shit over with. Because when the magnifying glass get on them, they ain't gonna be able to do the stuff they doing. They ain't gonna. New Orleans didn't have no magnifying glass on it. Once they put the magnifying glass on, it's like turning a light on and the roaches run. The roaches gonna run. They not gonna be able to do none of that. It's gonna be too much media. They're gonna have to change all of that behavior. No longer this New Orleans, Louisiana is not gonna be in the dark no more. All that stuff they doing at them prisons. Remember I said it first. That's all gonna be over with. They're gonna have to redo all of that. Remember I said it first. They're gonna be like, we can't do that. You running the money away. Watch. They're gonna start talking about rehabilitating them prisons down there. Watch. We talking about trillions of dollars. Man, you talk about trillions of dollars. Like some stuff like this generation ain't seen. Like back when San Francisco popped off, back when when that's what you're looking at. Like you're looking at like the future of something being that people look back and won't realize when that grew like that, when that became like that. There's a point where Dallas became that. There's a point where Houston became that. Chicago became that. That's what you're looking at in Shreveport. You're looking at something that, if don't nothing go crazy in the country and the country stay a country a long time and stuff, and we just don't have no ridiculous natural disasters, you'll be looking back 50 years from now, and you'll never know Shreveport was what it is now. It'll be a huge metropolitan area. You won't even believe it. Because all they're going to do is they're going to start bringing in freeways, and that's how cities just grow, turn to monsters. Because once they turn that on and say lights, cameras, and action and start shooting them movies, man, it's going to be over with. Everybody and their mama coming down there buying property. Because they doing it right. They see how Vegas, they're not going to set it up like Vegas. You see, Vegas is failing. Right. Vegas going to watch Shreveport, and they're going to redo Vegas. Watch. I'm finna end this, but they got to redo everything to fit the future social media era. So they got to redo movies, music, everything's got to be redone, rebranded, and done in another kind of way. The old way is over with. The new way gonna be lots of material, lots of media, like crazy, lots of production, lots of media, all on your phone and on your apps on your TV. The TV gonna be all apps. ABC, NBC, CBS, they out of here. There'll just be another app. Y'all witnessing it. I'm telling you. Man, there's so many apps on my TV, Hulu and all that. I'm like, what the hell is all this? Y'all ain't noticed that? That your TV full of apps, your TV like a big old phone. I ain't lying. And they battling, you know. I got all these apps on my TV, and they battling to get content, because if not, I ain't going to pay for that app. That app just going to be dormant in the TV. It's crazy. Say, like, we got good stuff paid for this app. Like, I had an app wanted me to watch the Bears game. They're like, you got to buy this app if you want to see it. I said, look at this here. They said, you can get it for 30-day trial. I paid the 30-day trial, right? Watched the game, the Bears lost. And then I said, refund, kick it off. I don't want it. So I got to watch it for free. Now, I don't want your app. Your app sucks. Yeah, it's going to be a whole new world. You're going to be able to make money if you're creative. If you're willing to work and you're willing to make some material, or you weren't already willing to do any type of production or anything, you can get rich. Anybody going to be able. But you got to be willing to work and produce. Like us content creators. Content creators is making big money. And also, go over and join Cafe of Knowledge. Subscribe to Cafe of Knowledge and support this queen and watch her information. I almost forgot. I'm going to announce it again tomorrow. Go subscribe to Cafe of Knowledge. Tell her Pharaoh said that, sent you over there. The queen is reporting information. She's doing a good job. Let's help her build her channel. She's going to get better and better, but she on top of it, and she reporting some serious information. We got our own news. She like a news lady. She own it. It's good. It's good content. So go and subscribe to Cafe of Knowledge. I told her I was going to send y'all over there. She good. She own it. She watching it. She watching. And she's only going to get better. So go over there and check that out. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, I ain't going to hate on T.I. You know, T.I. is still our brother. So don't hate on T.I. You know what I'm saying? Because 50 definitely give T.I. some work. and they'll squash it if T.I. want to produce or whatever like that. So, 50, he ain't no monster like that. Well, he'll just keep kicking the man. You know what I'm saying? But it's not gonna benefit 50 to work with T.I. right now because T.I. kind of soiled his reputation. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, go subscribe to the sister and watch her talk about news and stuff. You know what I'm saying? She doing a good job. Oh, and go and support Nicholas Novelty Brooklyn. I'm gonna be talking about that tomorrow. Nicholas Novelty Brooklyn is struggling to keep the store open. They trying to raise $80,000. I'm gonna do a whole live about that later on. Well, today, because it's already another day. So later on today, I'm gonna do a whole live on that. I made a lot of money with Nicholas Novelty. They were selling novelties and mailing them to me in LA. And they got a store in Brooklyn, and they fighting to keep the store open. They is the black store in the community. They trying to gentrify it. They trying to stay there. They providing all type of herbs and teas and books and incense and all type of black knowledge and novelties for the community. They've been doing it for years. So they trying to raise 80 grand to keep Nicholas Books in Brooklyn open. So I'm gonna be talking about that tomorrow. We got to keep Nicholas open. Nicholas helped me become a businessman way many years ago in the '80s when I lived in Los Angeles. So Nicholas helped me become a businessman. As soon as I got back from Hawaii in like 1986 or 87. And I made a whole lot of money with Nicholas Novelty, which is now Nicholas Brooklyn. And so I'm going to be talking about that tomorrow. So also follow them on Instagram, Nicholas Brooklyn. And go check their GoFundMe and support Nicholas Bookstore Brooklyn. I think that's what it's called. And let's keep them open, all right? Y'all stay positive all the time and support 50 Cent, but don't hate on T.I. That's still our brother, you know what I'm saying? Victory.